So I went on Reddit and I asked the nice people there, what are the real odds of winning a trade? Is it really 50-50? Come find out. Hey everyone, welcome to the Forex Journey. I'm JF, and on this channel we talk a lot about prop firms, Forex tools, Forex trading, and of course our experiences, good and bad, on our journey to become profitable trader. So a little while ago, I went on Reddit and I asked the people there this question. And the question is Forex really 50-50? Because I've had people like, what's the real probability of winning a trade, basically? Folks, I've heard it said time and time again, Forex is a 50-50 gamble, since it can either go up or down. Although it's true that it can move only in two directions, I don't think it's quite as simple as that. When you take in consideration taking profits, stop losses, fear of missing out, psychology, stress, etc., etc., etc. So those were some of my thoughts on, because each one of those things can impact your mentality, your psychology, the way that you get out of trades too early or keep your losses for too long and all that kind of stuff. In experience, most traders lose as opposed to winning. Don't get me wrong, it's totally possible to be a profitable trader, but it seems like a good portion of the people that trade take more So I wanted to know other people's opinions on it, and here's what they said. So Flips97 said, nothing is ever easy when starting, but with the right mindset, discipline, and effort, it becomes easier. The financial markets is more of a probability game rather than gambling. And yes, the markets only move up and down, but what is more important is the cause of those moves. Most people are more focused on making profits, which is totally okay in the short term, than actually learning the process. Then greed and FOMO become overwhelming, and in no time they blow accounts. All you need is logic and not hope in this industry, and the number of people who lose their accounts is probably 80% or more. Market rhythm never changes fundamentals, but rhythm is always the same. Anyone looking to dive into Forex, be prepared to lose your mind and your money. So, I mean, it makes good points, and that touches somewhat on the things that I had said. And so the next one, Yippee Doo Da Day says, it is true that price can go up and down, but it can also range, which is basically when it goes horizontally. So it goes up a little bit and then goes down a little bit, so it doesn't go up significantly or down significantly. When you trade on price direction, you pay the spread, right? Which means you are in drawdown from the get-go. In other words, you have to be right and stay in the trade long enough to recover the spread and then make some bank to make a profit on the trade. So Forex is not a 50-50 game. It's far harder than that. So yeah, that's another good point as well. So right as soon as you take your trade, you're, depending on what pair you're trading, or if you're trading indices, so a typical pair might have a 1 or 2 pip spread, depending on if you have like a professional account. That depends how much spread you pay. Depends on what kind of account you have and the broker. So different brokers have different spreads and different commission levels that you have to pay. So commission fees. So typically they have two types of accounts. A professional account, which you pay fees on every trade, basically a fixed amount per lot. So sometimes it's $3 a lot, $4 a lot, $5 a lot, but you have a better spread. And there's like a regular account or like a standard account that the spread is bigger, but you don't pay any commission up front. The commission is kind of built into the spread. Trader Mirko says, no, it isn't truly 50-50. In fact, your chances of winning or losing money in Forex are determined by a variety of factors, including your level of experience, the strategy you employ, of course. However, because any sort of trade involves some element of chance, it's hard to declare with certainty whether you'll always win or lose. Finding a strategy that provides you with the best chance of success and sticking through with it, good and bad times, is the key. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it is, even if you have like a 60% probability of winning your trade, there's always going to be, those 4 times out of 10 where you're going to lose. So to really get familiar with one strategy that works for you, you need to keep at it, and so on and so forth. Next one is Rory Whitey. Forex trading is not purely speculation. You can increase your probability of winning if you're well versed in your trading skills. Agree with this. And actually, when we first started, without going into a whole thing, we were just trading with bots and we were trying to follow signals and do all the things that the internet says that you should do, and not really working on our own skills. And that's kind of the shift that we've been doing now, is trying to work on our own skills. And because reasons. Sweezy says, no, it's not gambling if you're actively learning and winning. If you win 7 out of 10 trades, is that gambling? 7 out of 10 trades, that's quite a bit. No, it's risky, but everything in life is risky. Driving, flying from one place to another, having kids, working a job. People fail in this industry because they don't want to learn how to trade properly. Trading is more mental than anything else. Sometimes the market goes against you, which is fine, but if you have a good analysis and you got into a trade more often than not, you'll be good. So, again, this goes back to what I was saying, like, and ourselves included, when you first get into Forex, there's people make all these claims about how much money they're making, how easy their strategy is, and so on and so forth. It can be kind of deceiving. And so we kind of hop in wanting to make a lot of profit fast, trying to skip all these steps. But what they may not talk about is maybe they've been trading for 5 years. Maybe they've been trading for 10 years, and maybe that's how long it took them to be profitable. But it's definitely possible, but maybe not as easy as they say. And the last one I'm going to say is this Swimming Army 8001, who says, don't gamble your money, hire a professional. And he gives some swanky link to a website. So yeah, I mean, they pretty much mirrored my thoughts, and they said a few points that I thought were interesting. But short version, trading Forex is not 50-50, but you do have agency in what the outcome is. Like, the more you practice, the more there's a lot that you can learn. There are things that are out of our control, right? Like how fast the market's going to move today, or like if there's a random news event, like if there's a war going on, or if there's a pandemic that just boom, so the markets can change. But at the end of the day, like the other person said, fundamentals kind of stay the same, and you can adapt your strategy and your parameters based on what's happening. But it's definitely possible to be profitable in the long term, right? So a lot of people, well, here's the thing, a lot of people lose, especially in the short term, and then they stop there, right? So when you stop after you've blown a couple accounts, and you don't stop to think on why that happened and how it can be different in the future. Well, actually, speaking of that, I'll just link, at the end of this video, I'll link to my last video that I made talking about this, how to change losing trades into winning trades in a very simple way. So guys, I hope you found this helpful, and drop your comments in the section below. What do you think about this 50-50 thing, or the probability of winning, or like what's your take on it? Where are you at in your journey? And let us know, and we'll see you in the next video.